A word or two exchanged. McGoldrick covering, playing as a sweeper for Arsenal for the first. Check the pass for Parker. Missed by Hillier. Keen to clip it back. Cantona to volley. It's still in play. Keane. Now Ince struck Winterburn. Adams the tallest. Ince is there again. Giggs with a flick. Linnigan. Where's it going to end? Well, there's a bit of order restored by Keown's pass. And here's Merson. Is this the stage for him? Pallister. Here's Parker. Hughes can tee it up for Cantona. Oh. Deflection. Seaman was stranded by it, stood and watched, and prayed that the ball went outside the post, which it did.
But here's a perfect example of why Mark Hughes, from anywhere in the pitch, he can be found. He's so aware of other players. And just as well for Arsenal, Eddie McGoldrick got in the way.
To where he was sure Hughes was going to run. It's a tussle here that the referee's just got to keep an eye on in case it got out of hand.
Oh, never mind the tussle. The football before it was quite wonderful. The movement, the awareness of Cantona, the movement around him. Wonderful stuff.
12 minutes played, Manchester United's corner. Not short of height, Arsenal, when it comes to defending. That was Keown that time. Cantona clipping it in. Cantona, I think he was hoping to have it in a position, the cross, so that he could head it back towards the run of Mark Hughes rather than go for goal.
That's what I mean about Giggs cutting inside Winterburn. And just for a moment I thought, go on, pull the trigger yourself with that left foot, but he opted for the cross.
Pallister, the closest defender to him. Jensen's got into the centre, Campbell goes it alone, Wright was waiting all the while on the edge of the area for a ball that didn't come. Now, reshuffle has stayed out of the situation at the moment.
Ian Wright's took himself right back in there.
Because he spotted where Irwin was,
yeah.
In case they rolled it across the face of the area. But it is Giggs, and it's of no consequence to David Seaman at the end. And that could easily have been a goal for Manchester United from a set piece. Schmeichel knows how near it was, but no one knows more than Hughes that it was a sort of fleeting chance that in these matches have to be taken, really. Jensen. Oh, Parker. Now Schmeichel.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. In the heat of the moment, with an instant decision to make, that's magnificent from the goalkeeper.
I doubt if it would have been counted as a back pass, but he wasn't prepared to take that risk. The applause is for Bruce. The head bandaged. And the total willingness to get involved again. And Paul Parker, I think, will be quite happy to get back to right back.
Yes, he will. But let's have a look at that miss earlier from Mark Hughes. I think it's Cantona who gets the touch in the near post. And Mark Hughes will be wondering why on earth he hasn't put Manchester United ahead. But here's Schmeichel. Can you imagine how quickly he has to make his mind up? Look, the hand went up, down it came again. I mean, that header could have gone anywhere. But we saw it Norwich earlier in the season. He's quite
Giggs. Put out by Adams. You may recall the first time that Eric Cantona watched Manchester United play after the transfer was at Highbury. Arsenal were beaten 1-0 by a Mark Hughes goal. Hughes was staking his claim to stay in the side. But Alex Ferguson has married the talents well.
Yes, Irwin has come across to this one, Martin. It's more suitable for a right footer. And Eric Cantona looks as if he fancies it.
Well, it's just teed up for Cantona. Stage. He is the the performer. Oh, says Alex Ferguson. Oh, indeed.
I think the word was magnifique that Fergie was stretching for, and that would describe that fittingly. Because David Seaman sees an awful lot of this. Watch. He sees an awful lot of the ball. But look at the venom and the accuracy of that free kick. I remember I was critical of the Newcastle goalkeeper over Ryan Giggs' free kick, but nothing the goalkeeper could do about that.
Well,
exactly what the game's needed. Sorry, Mark.
I was just going to say, you questioned the judgment on the free kick call in the first place. Will Arsenal be questioning that, I wonder? Have a view on that. Here's Sharp. But isn't it wonderful for Irwin? Hughes doing everything to climb, maybe doing a bit of pushing as well on Winterburn.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, what a nightmare it must be for a full-back these days, faced against this sort of ability. Just watch his feet if you can. I mean, he's so quick. Look at that. That's breathtaking. I think there's a man sitting there.
Would be for Manchester United if they could make it 2-0. Bruce. I felt for a second he was going to get in front of Adams then. He almost took the net away. A fabulous effort from the Frenchman, the class of Cantona. The difference between the two sides here at Old Trafford. In the middle for Arsenal. That's who you'd expect. Wright and Campbell joined by David Hillier. Little flick off friend or foe then might have embarrassed Schmeichel. In the end, he was able to grasp it gratefully.
Well, it just helps it towards goal. But watch the number 8, Ian Wright. Because look at his movement. His position is good. He's thinking, come on, just...
Against the Manchester United defender. Callow has given the game every chance to flow. And United, with Giggs, a matter of inches away from getting the better of Merson, who's not always known for his defensive capabilities. Perhaps in a greater sense than the scoreline is showing. Arsenal can't get it right for Ian Wright. Still plenty of time left. Campbell trying to turn Brewster. Gone back by Merson for Arsenal. Campbell. Merson. Alistair on top. Help from Sharp. Only Hughes. But he's on through the centre here. Hughes losing control of the ball before who got the ball. Can Sharp get the goal here? He can't. The roots of that for Manchester United in a thumping but totally fair tackle by Paul Ince. Derwin, Mr. Dependable. Stopped an equaliser there. Arsenal will feel that Campbell might have improved in what the outcome was.
Martin, it was good defending, but Kevin Campbell should never have allowed Dennis Irwin a chance. Hit that with your left foot. He wanted it to run over to his strong right side, and that decision proved very costly for Arsenal because it gave Dennis Irwin the split second he needed to get the tackle. Had he opted to go with his left foot, there would have been...
Michael is there, a double save of high order. But Arsenal are starting to show signs of clicking.
Well, it's the first time Ian Wright's been given the type of service he needs. That's a fabulous ball that Paul Parker can do nothing about. But that's great goalkeeping by Peter Schmeichel. He's quickly on his feet. He stands big. And Kevin Campbell doesn't do enough for me there.
The pass from Boston. Can Wright reach this? Can Winterburn reach this? The ball on the advice of the linesman, the referee gives the goal kick. The ball
He's got to be the one that's going to throw himself at this ball if they shift it.
Giggs. Well, there was nothing that a charger could have done to stop that. But this time it's Paul Parker on the spot as Manchester United show again why they don't leak too many goals.
Now that is great defending. First of all, it's superb skill. He leaves Gary Pallister standing, but watch this for a defensive tackle. Absolutely superb from Paul Parker.
Just under 18 minutes left. Arsenal a goal down. Linnigan. Campbell. Another corner.
Well, you have to say, Martin, they certainly are knocking on the door now, aren't they?
Up in the centre. Schmeichel helps it on his way.
He'll be a little bit disappointed, Eddie McGoldrick. He played it into an area that really gives the keeper, hey, come on, goalkeeper, you can get this. And he's normally better than that. But that's tempting the goalkeeper, and he doesn't disappoint his defenders.
Winterburn. They can really sew it up if they get a second, and that was Giggs trying to do that for the deep ball by Hughes. Oh. Here's Giggs. Cantona is free in the centre. Oh, Keown hardly touched it, maybe just deflected it enough to unsettle. But there's Hughes here, who was balked as the move developed. And was...
Well, he must have seen more than you and I, because watching the play, we totally missed it.
Alec Ferguson awaits the... Manchester United with a major victory for Alec Ferguson, earned by a splendid goal by Eric Cantona. Steve Bruce and his fellow defenders having to do much more in the last half an hour of the game as Arsenal